On those lines, kind of explain really briefly, just to give listeners an idea, right? During season, especially when your teams that you're in charge of are in season, right? What are kind of the basic work demands and what's your schedule like at Oregon, a big Division I program, right? How does that play out as far as like how hectic it is or what commitments, responsibility you have to take care of?
Yeah, I feel like my life's gotten easier as it's progressed. The kind of hectic, real struggle happened early in the career.
Mm-hmm.
And because I had to do that, the actual job now seems like a piece of cake.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cliche, like when you say like you're passionate about your job,
Mm-hmm.
you don't work a day in your life, but I really don't. I wake up and I want to come here,
Yeah.
you know, because it's like, so my typical day is like I'll wake up, I'll get here, I'll have morning groups,
Mm-hmm.
I'll have a little break in the middle of the day, and then I'll have afternoon groups and evening groups. And then if I don't have that, I'm at practices,
Okay.
and participating on the sideline and whatever. If you look at the whole, like how many hours I put in, it's kind of a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like voluntarily a lot, because I could literally sit here, wait for the teams to come in, and they leave and I'm done, right? That's what your job description entails. But if you're like fully committed to it and you really care about their success, you can follow them to practice, right? And then all the side talk on the sideline is helpful too, because they know that you're there with them. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So my job is long hours, but it's voluntarily long hours.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yes. And that's exactly, I hope a lot of people find that in their career because what you're passionate about, it doesn't seem so much like it's work or a chore or whatever it is because you're enjoying it. Of course, not everything's going to be perfect and always sunny skies, but it also makes dealing with those hard times, I think, a lot more manageable. And then you have a lot more things to look forward to in the big scheme of things. So along those lines, without sharing, I know this could be a whole nother hour, which I won't keep you a whole nother hour, but real briefly, explain some of I know you do everything, right? And as a strength and conditioning coach, you're always looking to best prepare your athletes. But let's talk a little bit about some of your approach and philosophy and your interests, because I know you like a lot of the speed and agility work, the movement stuff. So just kind of touch on that a little bit. Like what is your approach right now? What kinds of things do you like to look into? And what, I guess, do you really focus on with a lot of the teams?
Yeah, it's really dependent on the sport. So I have a pretty unique lineup. I've got lacrosse, women's lacrosse, which is the very agility and speed dependent.
Mm-hmm.
So that falls right into my wheelhouse. I have a sport called acrobatics and tumbling, which is like a cross between gymnastics and competitive cheer.
Yes.
Some of the best athletes I've ever coached.
Mm-hmm.
Like you wouldn't think that just hearing the sport's name, but the most aware, strong female athletes I've ever been around. Then I have men's and women's golf.
Okay.
Which involves no running or anything like that.
Yes.
So I really gotta kind of assess the need of the sport and then assess the needs of the individual athletes in their positions with their training backgrounds and all that kind of stuff. So my interest is always in speed and agility, just because it's fun to me. And I think that's a quality that dictates your success, especially on the field, on the court, things like that. But I take a lot of pride in being able to assess the need, address the need, and then see them progress. And then the biggest thing for me is that they see the importance of what we're doing, right? So if they understand why we're doing certain things, the buy-in is so strong, So that's kind of where my mind goes. Yeah,
that's super interesting. And I mean, you're definitely, like you said, you always wanted to be in this environment, learn from Coach Radcliffe, right? And you're definitely immersing yourself into this and you're getting probably a lot of experience in this realm, right, of speed and agility that is going to help you help so many athletes in the future.